Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Enjoy this presentation of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show.
Renowned medical, intuitive, and spiritual life coach. Visit www.jimmymackhealing.com.
Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Hey everyone, this is Marla Martenson, and welcome to the Jimmy Mack Healing Show. You're right, I'm not Jimmy Mack, but Jimmy is having a little bit of technical issues, but he will be jumping on right away. So I just thought I would start off with a little centering, and I know many of you are going to want to get some advice, some healing, maybe a reading, a little chit-chat, spiritual chit-chat, right? So we can just get centered here while we're waiting for Jimmy to come on. Hey, there he is.
I love it. I'm glad. See, it's a seasoned host to jump in and get going. Hey, folks, if you haven't figured it out yet, Marla Martenson's my special guest today, and it's the Mystic Matchmaker, and she is a triple threat. She's an author. She's an intuitive life coach. She's written books on dating and love. So if you're hanging on the line today and wanting readings or sessions or healings, especially about love and relationships, today's the day for that, for sure. So we're glad you're all here. If you haven't joined us already, of course, on the newsletter, just go to jimmymackhealing.com and you can sign up for that. And of course, we have on there every week we send out a little newsletter. It's got affirmations and audio and video and all those things. So today we're live, of course, on Facebook and YouTube and a little bit everywhere. There's the website. I love it. Reverend Tiffany White, Sage Woman, is always so on it. Unbelievable. I love that. So welcome to the show, Marla. Thanks for
Jimmy.
pitching in. I love it. Technical stuff. You know what it is, folks? It's like 50-something degrees here in Florida. So everything froze up when we were trying to do the show. It was working great for an hour before and YouTube and all kinds of stuff, but here we are. So it's all good. Anyway, we're glad you're all here. Marla, what is the best way to get a hold of you as well for readings, the books, all of it?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, because my new memoir, The Magic Seeker, The Magic Seeker just came out. It's great for the holidays. That's what I did during lockdown, you guys. I wrote a book, but you can go to marlamartenson.com and you can see it right there, marlamartenson.com. Everything's there, and jump on my newsletter so you can get a free self-love guided meditation. And there's a lot of stuff, readings and healings and books and matchmaking and coaching, blog, all of that.
Love that.
My podcast, which Jimmy's been on some episodes. You'll find my podcast there too. You can click on, and we had one recently. We had a lot of fun last week.
We did. That's true. And what's the frequency on that, Marla? How often you do it?
The podcast about once a week.
Once a week. Okay. Good to know. Yeah. And that's always fun too. So we take.
And you know what? I'm not as, you have your certain day that you do yours, but sometimes I'll do 2 in a week, or I'll jump on. It's more fluid.
I like that. That's okay. That's all fun too. No, we're glad you're here. We're thrilled to do that. And we just keep it stirred up. We want to give messages to folks as much as we can. And I know you've been doing a lot of the tarot card readings and all that as well. So that's always interesting. I love, cards. Yeah.
I do some channeling. I have a spirit guide called Thomas that I channel, but I have animal spirit guide cards. I have the traditional tarot. I've got the love tarot. I have angel cards. So I like to mix it up. And I get looking at these images brings messages through, and it's a lot of fun. And people tend to like the cards.
Love that. Yeah, I think it's something to look at, and then, of course, depending on the reader you speak with, everybody gets something different. Even by, I think 10 people could look at the same card and get something completely different. So but it's along the same vein, and it's always cool. It's very informative, I think. So we're happy to have you do that as well and do cards. So what else has been going on? What's coming up for the holidays, the new year? Anything you want to talk about or announce to folks as well?
Well, yeah, and all this lockdown stuff. So people, we like to encourage people to stay creative. I got a life coach certification specializing in boundaries. I did a 1-year certification. I wrote my book. I'm doing the cards. I'm matching. So I just try to keep. If you can keep your area, your space that you live in, kind of magical and pulling from different areas in your life and still get things going, because I've talked to a few people who would say, I'm so bored, we're locked down, there's nothing to do. So you can take an online class, you can, listen to Jimmy's, learn his fishing technique from him, get certified, or read some of his books.
Sure.
There's so many things to do. So I just,
going on.
All the creative.
Good for you. Yeah. Always be creating, that. So I laughed. I saw your former governor on YouTube, and he gave a little cool speech, Schwarzenegger. And he talked about growing up, and working out and all that. And he worked construction. He said, I didn't have money for supplements or anything else. I mean, he started out with nothing, and went on to do all kinds of, he was learning English, of course, and was in all the movies, but was the governor of California. I mean, he achieved some pretty cool things. So he's in front of this huge audience, and I'm sure a lot of them were millennials, younger, maybe even teens, 20s, whatever. And he's like, we all have the same amount of time. And then he got down to breaking down the times, and he goes, and then midnight to 6 a.m., I sleep. And of course, hands went up, and they're like, oh, I need 8 or 10 hours. And he leaned into the mic and he said, sleep faster.
That's what I've got to do. Sleep faster.
Sleep faster. Isn't that awesome? So funny. Hey, we'll grab a caller or somebody coming in here and see what we can stir up for them. Anna is first when you're ready. Okay. I would love a love reading. All right, we're gonna gear this thing as much towards love as we can. Anything on the horizon that will enrich my heart even more. And Jimmy, if you want to work on body pains coming up again this week, is hips and low back. Gratitude and love, Anna D. All right. We'll see what you get, Marla, on the love piece. I'll be working on hips and low back while you're doing that.
Okay, so with Anna, I'm getting a little bit of, this is interesting. I've got healing begins. The healing begins, and that's what you were asking, Jimmy, to work on some healing. I do get a little bit of conflict. I don't know if there's a male figure. I'm getting the King of Pentacles, but then there's the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. There's a lot of kind of chaotic bickering or something. So I don't know if it's maybe some male figure in your life that you've got to forgive and release. Maybe it was an ex that was a narcissist or had some kind of issues there where you feel almost a little still tied up. I'm getting like entanglement. So I'm getting releasing forgiveness work, releasing judgments, and I think that could be tied to some body pain too. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's fast. It's concise. I love it. And we worked on hips for you and everybody that hears the sound of my voice now or in the future on the replay. And anywhere low back pain is generally about support or money. Yours tests for money. So we're just going to rein in money for everybody right now and fish all that in. That's going to help as well. All right. Judy is next. We'll see what Judy says. Any messages for me at this time for my business? Judy Huffman. All right. We'll see what she comes up with for business. The test's strong to me, whatever you're doing. So the first thing that comes in, of course, is social media stuff. You need to be going wild with all that, because that is, so many people are at home, as you know, and, get on Facebook and Twitter and all of it. Instagram, fortunately, I have folks for that, but you definitely need to do that. That's what comes through more than anything. We'll see what Marla picks up on that.
Yeah, I'm getting to get creative, think outside the box, think about something that nobody's doing in your business. I don't know what it is. And then I'm also getting trim the fat. If there's anywhere you can cut down on any kind of extra things you're paying for that you don't need to, or you can get a better deal, now's a good time to negotiate some things. But then there is celebration. We've got the Four of Wands, a lot of celebration there. So I'm feeling that it's good too, but there's just some little tweaks that you could make.
Love that. Well said. Judy, run with that and just stay on it morning, noon, and night. I keep a legal pad next to my nightstand, on my nightstand, next to my bed. Judy, you're going to have all kinds of stuff come in the middle of the night. I should do this or do that. Hell, I forget to deal with the bank or the lawn guys or whatever unless I wrote it down, just go on for forever. I had to schedule a haircut. I'm going to get my hair cut. I haven't had a chance to get a haircut forever. So, in the middle of the night, you remember these things and it pops in, right? So hugely important. And of course, I'm up all hours doing prayers anyway. Kavita is next. Hi, Kavita. Hi, Jimmy and Marla. Love reading as well. It's all about the love today. Folks, you're going to want to go private with her too. Reach out to her, get a private reading. It's amazing stuff. So
yeah, and I have an Etsy shop as well. It's called Psychic Medium Marla on Etsy. $20 readings, and my other readings are very reasonable too on my website. So yeah, go ahead and do that. So Kavita, I love your name. Again, celebration. We've got the Three of Cups, celebration. We've got the Four of Wands, again, celebration. The Page of Swords. Some guy's going to come in. I'm feeling very intellectual. Maybe you're going to meet at maybe an online class or some kind of learning event. There's a lot of ideas. So keep getting out there. She can't hear?
Oh, yeah. No, we're good. I hear you.
So there was a little feedback. So as what Jimmy says, always accept any invitations, any new things that you can get involved in. Do that and just keep your frequency up.
Love that. Well said. All right. Kimberly is next. Hi, Kimberly. All right. She said, I'd like a reading about if my ex will stop bothering me or not. Oh my gosh, I hope so. He is 4/2/1974. Well, we're not going to mess with him. We're going to certainly work out things for you if that's your wish. So we'll see what Marla says on that. I'm going to be working on some boundaries, and perhaps we can throw up some things, Kimberly, really quick here that are going to somewhat make you invisible to him, and also create some boredom for him so he'll go find somebody else to mess with. So stand by and Marla will be at the other end.
Yeah, I do. It's interesting because I do have the devil and the moon. So I'm getting with him. There could be some narcissism or some issue there that he's needs to work out. So sending him healing, also the strong boundaries. I'm a boundary coach. So you want to learn, some good boundaries. You have the power. You're not a victim. So you can cut him off, block him. If you need to get a restraining order, do what you have to do. Ask your angels and guides, Archangel Michael, to come in and shield you. Staying in your power, staying grounded, not reacting with arguing back or fighting or yelling, name calling, any of that. Staying classy. And then I do also get another celebration. It's going to work out. If you do those,
that's good.
Stand in your power. It's going to go in your favor.
Yeah. And Kimberly, like she said early on, I would block calls. I'd block them on Facebook. I would block. Fortunately for me, I've got several girls that take care of me, and nobody ever getting to me I don't want to talk to. I just don't, and so we'll call people at our appointed time, but nobody calls and texts me to death. That's just not going to happen. Your name better be in my phone if you're doing that. So Marla, I don't mind. Tiffany, I don't mind. But other than that, yeah, there's plenty you can do out there electronically. It's not like back in the day. So keep that in mind. You can
take your power back. Take your power.
Oh my gosh, please do. And so we just set up some really unusual boundaries for you too that are more ethereal, and I think that's going to help. And I feel like if you just stop playing, it's going to end a whole lot faster. if you cut all communications, you'll both get well a whole lot faster too. So just saying, I wish the older me had told me that when I went through divorce, right? So, but I'm telling you, you go through divorce or breakups, cut all communications as quickly as you can. That'll help you out a lot. Karen is next. Hi, Karen. Any knowledge when my house will close? Delayed again. Thank you. Well, I'm going to be praying and fishing that it will close soon, and we'll see what Marla has to say about that as well.
Oh my gosh. This
Way.
This comes up for everybody. Celebration. And look at the castle in the back. It's going to close. That is so funny. It's coming up for everybody. I'm not so good at timelines, but maybe doing some cleansing of the house, asking your house spirit to help spell it. I'm kind of woo-woo, guys, so I'm into working with the elements and the elementals and the angels and stuff. So ask for some divine help there too, and maybe doing some little rituals, a sigil or some saging or something, blessing, and then releasing. I'm so excited to release this house to the new owner and ask your house spirits to help you.
Love that. Well said. Very concise. Karen, I feel I've got real hits on about the second week in January. So we're saying prayers today that it'll close sooner than that, but it may be that you move by then or you do something different by about the second week in January. But we're going to collapse all the time frames and see if we can't get this thing moved out in the next couple weeks as opposed to second week in January. I just changed it, so we'll see what happens next. All right, Linnell is next. Hi, Linnell. Would love a timeline on when I should reach out for a new, closer partner. Will I need to travel for this meeting? If yes, well, let's see what we'll see.
I don't know if this is a love partner or a business partner.
It is a love partner, yeah. Reach out for a new, closer partner. I think she's looking for somebody that knows their business. It's a love thing is what I pick up on. So the lovers come in right away for you. Yeah, that's interesting. I do feel that a little bit of look outside your immediate area. So if you're looking online or something and you've put only a 20-mile radius, expand it to 50, you can do video chats and video dates. That's really popular now. I'm a matchmaker, so we set those up because during COVID, and there's a lot of things you can do to connect. You don't really want to look for somebody in another country or something like that. That's really not doable. But I do feel that somebody's going to come in, and we've got two cards, Temperance and the Hermit, which for me are kind of that's perfect when you do it like that, straight in front of you.
Straight.
Yeah, there you go.
Indicating that you need to go inside and listen to the messages that you're getting on your next move. Because I feel like you are very intuitive. You could almost even do readings for people. You have a very strong intuitive sense. You're very connected.
Yeah, that's 100%. You're spot on with that, Marla. I feel like it's about in the direction of southwest from you. So keep that in mind too, Linnell. There's something going on southwest from you. All right, Joanne Psychic Leo. How about that? Hi, how are you?
Joanne.
You know her. She said you don't mind. Yeah, we don't mind. It's all good. We'll see what Marla comes up with. I'll be working on healing for you the whole time, honey. But we'll see what cards Marla pulls.
What is she? I don't see anything. Any question?
She doesn't have a question per se. Just see if you could throw her a couple cards, three cards, see what comes up.
I'm going to do an animal spirit guide for you. She's a shin baby like me. She
loves all that stuff. She's got the animal spirit guide cards even, so that's fabulous.
Yeah. Joanne's been on my show. All right, so the white raven spirit comes in. Look how beautiful that is. Trust in the magic. So what she does, Joanne's a total magical, and set healthy boundaries. If there's anybody I'm getting, maybe anybody, it's around the holiday season. Joanne, I don't know if you have kids or I just feel like a little bit of people descending down, like kind of wanting things and wanting attention from you. So set healthy boundaries, and the groundhog comes in to say time to let go. So don't feel guilty if you need some alone time, some pampering Joanne time in a bubble bath, and I'm just getting just pamper yourself. You're the queen.
I love that. So well said. Yes. She said, love it, especially this time of year. You know, I tell everybody, I mean, we just need a little bit more fun. You need to be more entertained. Even if you're locked down, good Lord, go for a walk around the block. I see all these people driving and walking. They got their little masks on, and I don't feel like the palm trees here are going to give them COVID, but hey, whatever. But
You're in LA, our palm trees.
At least you're out and about, right? So
I go to the park every day. I walk a mile in the park.
My friend teases me because I go to LA Fitness every day, and I said I'd wear 2 or 3 masks if I had to. And he says, I think you're nuts for going there. And I said, I think you're nuts for not working out. Let's see who lives longer.
Right.
So there you go. It's not funny. And I love him, so I can say that. I've known him for forever. Anita is next. Hi, Anita. Goodness gracious. Hi, Jimmy and Marla. Do you pick up any info on any significant other for me? Thank you. Anita, she means love stuff there, Marla. That's your specialty.
All these wonderful, beautiful ladies are looking for love.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my God, this is crazy, you guys. This card came up again. It's coming up for everybody's celebration. There's a big meaning for the whole group. We've got this energy that's going, and there's going to be some great things. I'm just looking like into January 2021. These ladies are going to be rocking it. The Empress comes in, very fertile. So yes, I do see somebody coming in, but I'm also getting the Ace of Wands. Don't think so much inside your head. I'm just getting that you're overthinking it. Definitely Ace of Pentacles. So new beginnings. Maybe you're going to meet somebody that has to do with work. Take a language class, or take a class, get something online, get into something. I don't know where you live, but if you're more open out there, you need to get out and get into. Anyway, somebody's going to be coming up.
Definitely. I love that. Hey, stay in that excited place. You know me, I tell everybody, you better accept every invitation. You got to get out there. You don't know. You might be one introduction away from, the person of your dreams. So keep that in mind. Looks like Nicholas is next. Hi, Nicholas. All right. When will I meet my soulmate? No pressure, Nicholas.
I got so excited the cards fell.
Right? That's probably a reason why something popped out of that deck. Nicholas wants to know when he will meet his soulmate.
All right, Nicholas.
She's going to play with the cards there, Nicholas, and get you some information. I'm going to work on your heart and everybody on the show here and now to be open and to receiving and giving love. So here we go. I'm going to change all that, and she can read for you on that.
Yeah, Nicholas, I got new vitality coming in. And flow. So also we want to see you going in the flow and starting a new project or trying something you never tried before. Even today, try a food that you've never tried before. You don't think you like eggplant? Have some eggplant. Mix it up. Get that energy flowing. The King of Cups comes in. Beautiful. Definitely a soulmate's coming. I do have the Six of Cups. It could be somebody from recent past, or maybe from high school, that's going to connect with you on Facebook or something. But the best thing that you can do is to keep your because frequency is always matched. So if you are in, all women are flaky, or they don't come through, or I can't find anybody, you're not going to. So get out there, run around the park, whatever you have to do, meditate, get excited, bake a cake, whatever it is that you're going to say you're excited about life. And that's going to call in that person, because it's the frequency, which is the most important.
Love that. And I feel like it's by Valentine's Day. He wanted to know when. So you've got all kinds of 3-ring circuits going on by Valentine's Day. I don't know. You're going to meet him by Valentine's Day. I think you're going to have something to celebrate by Valentine's Day. So that's really good.
And I just wanted to add, people ask me that a lot, when, but when we're not just victims of the wind circumstances or these cards. So when is when we do the work on ourselves, when our frequency's high, when we're happy, when we're accepting invitations, when we're getting out there. So we have a lot more control over it than we think, instead of somebody else telling you a date or when something's going to happen, because you've got to take the action.
Yeah, to fill in the blanks. I'm giving you highest probabilities, but that she's spot on with that. I saw my mentor and dear friend at LA Fitness, and his name is Lou, and I've known him for decades. And I said, "How are you doing, Lou?" He says, "I'm doing fine, and if I'm not, I'm running for the mirror." So he could never answer a straight question. Everything's a parable,
Oh.
So there you go, Nicholas. So it's all up to you. It's to
Good
be
luck,
up to me. Yeah. Bruce is next. What's going on, Bruce? All right. I'm looking at animal communication as a discipline to both contribute and help myself, and loneliness. Do you see this avenue as a good one for me? It tests really strong. You don't test for cats like me as much as you do little dogs, that sort of thing. You could also do all kinds of fostering. So think of that too. I also like Mark Hernandez, people and places, or people and pets energetics. So look him up too. He's my buddy, and he's been on the show before. He is a great animal healer contributor for that. So look at that. It tests strong for you. We'll see what Marla gets in the cards, but I get all the bells and whistles for doing it.
Yeah, whatever you feel a passion for and excitement about, that's an indication to do it. But of course, the animals, their unconditional love, the loyalty, the friendship, definitely. If you don't have a pet, you can go rescue one. We've got the whale spirit that comes in, trust the great mystery. So just
look at that. See, there's your animal. Wow.
Tune into the whale spirit, because the whales, they're almost like ETs, the dolphins and the whales, they've got that frequency, and you can tune in. And then the hummingbird comes in and says, be here now.
I love that.
Yeah. So stay in the moment. You're never alone. And definitely get into working with the animals, because they need you, and they're going to bring you a lot of unconditional love and support.
There, you can go to YouTube, Bruce, and go wild listening to the whales, on YouTube. I haven't heard the song since the 70s, Seals and Crofts, Hummingbird. And I had a client send me a Christmas card the other day, and on the back of it, the whole card, the envelope the card was in, was this gorgeous gold. And on the back was stamped where it was sealed, a hummingbird. And I thought that was so cool, And so there's a Seals and Crofts song called Hummingbird. So listen to that, because that's very profound too. And they're just really spirit driven in that. All right. B. Mark is next. B. Mark. Jimmy, if you could help my temple headaches, that would be awesome. All right, B. Mark, we're going to do that. We'll see what Marla has to offer on that. I'm going to work on your headaches. 9 times out of 10, you don't test as hydrated, so you really need to be hydrated. And I love quoting Louise Hay. We love Louise Hay. Now that she's passed. But at 80, she would tell you that one of the things that clears headaches is masturbation. Can't make it up. So depending on what position you might be in with a soulmate or whatever, there you go. That's going to help you too. You show up as very dehydrated, by the way. We're also going to turn on all your water circuits. And we'll see. I don't get that that's anything major. It feels very, very limited to just the headache piece. I don't get high blood pressure, blood sugar, nothing else. It's very, very, if anything, it's stress. I'm going to clear that and see what Marla has to allow.
Yeah, I'm getting, if there's anywhere, look at this. This is really interesting. Control. And look at those eyes right in the head there. So if there's anything that you're trying to control, because I also get flow coming. If there's anything that you're, this can be a very stressful time with the COVID and who knows what's going on underneath with your life, and also base chakra. Between flow and base chakra, you may even have your hips out of alignment that can go all the way up to the head. So maybe a couple chiropractic adjustments and then take a look at anywhere you're trying to hold on and control in your life. And then with the nutritional aspect as well, the water, hydration, maybe some yoga, turning off your devices as much as you can, and at night, getting some shungite. I'm getting some shungite or black tourmaline to put next to your devices and to wear for the electromagnetic.
And I would say too, when I dial into that, I purposely not memorize this like my little chiropractor knows it all by heart, but C1, C2, C3, C4 is out, 5, 6, 7. It's only C4, and that's related actually to nose, mouth, lips, eustachian tubes. So that's ear stuff too. And I think C4 being out and we're releasing anything blocking that, that's going to help you as well. So just having the C4 back into alignment. Marla's spot on with the chiropractors. I'm going to see mine this Thursday. I love her. She's a dream. You've got to find somebody that does apply kinesiology where they're pushing on your arm. They're looking for weakness or strength. Kind of the joke in my inner circle is the ones that don't do that are pop and pray. They're popping your back and hoping it works out, right?
Right.
But mine goes through, she could point down the back of your throat and change your atlas. It's just so amazing. And so she will go through and muscle test and correct every little piece of your back and neck and yank on your legs and hips and crack your feet. Just you walk out of there. My joke always is, I feel so good. I walk out of there, and if somebody's by the door, I'm like, step aside. You could touch me and mess all this up. So there you go. I love it. All right. So anyway, we're happy that you're here, Marla, as well. And tell folks the best way to get a hold of you. We're like halfway through already. We'll see what else comes
There
up.
it is, marlamartenson.com. Yeah, just come to my website. I've got some fun things coming up this Sunday. I have a workshop. We're going to be doing some breath work, ecstatic dance, some sigils magic with AJ from My Seven Chakras, and then I have my first magical message circle on this Saturday night, which I'm going to make that weekly. So if you get on my newsletter, you'll know all about the fun stuff that I'm doing.
I love that. And just that you bring up sigils, I followed Dr. Richard Bartlett around for years in Matrix Energetics, and he loves sigils and making up any kind of little weird symbol. You could put 100 things in this one little symbol. And I mean, at the end of the day, the fish stuff's all a sigil and all that too. It just happens to be interconnected and all that is in the cosmos. So how weird is that, right?
Yeah.
But sigil is, really cool. Anything you can do to come up with that, it's a symbol that actually means something, signifies something in a powerful healing way.
And then you charge it up. You can charge it, and then you can put your intention in, and then you can burn it, or you can put it, somewhere. You can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the other thing too, always the more customized for you, the better. So if you find a few different little weird stones and have something you can make a necklace out of, or a bracelet, or anything like that that's unique to you, that's a good way to go too. All right, next is Shin, S-Z-E-N, Shin Shine. Wondering why I keep getting rejected for jobs I'm applying for. Unemployment will run out soon. I'm panicking. Oh, it says Cindy at the end. All right, Cindy. I'm going to work on work, job, career for you. And you don't have going to completion. So I'm going to change a bunch of things, and we'll see what Marla says as well.
Let's see. That's interesting. I have some celebration. I've got start having fun. Imagine yourself going to work. This is interesting. So I don't know if you're looking for work online or somewhere really to go, but Dr. Michael Beckwith had said something to somebody once that was looking for a job. He says, every morning when you get up, put on an outfit like you're going to work. Like get up, get dressed, get your makeup on, whatever, and then go out like you're going to work. And that intention is, and then when you go out, you can go apply for jobs, or now with COVID, it may be different. Maybe you get dressed and you go to your computer like you're in an office, and then you're applying. So you're putting that energy to the universe. I'm ready. I am ready to work. And asking your spirit guides, your angels, doing a little clearing, maybe getting a little Reiki session or something, clearing out some energy, and not panicking. That's when I left a job in the middle of in the recession in 2009. I had very little money in the bank. My husband was freaking out, and I was like, what am I doing? And I just said, I'm going to stay calm. I'm going to stay calm. I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to go get a coffee on Hollywood Boulevard, look at the Hollywood sign. I'm going to look at the people. And you won't believe then I start my own business. But things will open up when you just flow, just relax, know that you're supported. And then I feel something's going to come.
I love that.
We've got celebration again, celebration under the moon.
I love that. And that's the 3 cups. That's a really good one. Yeah, wanting online work now. We're saying prayers for that for you as well. I did some clearing for you on work, job, career. You actually have I want to work is no, like at all. So we changed that to yes, that you're open and available to working is now yes. And I would think even of work as more fun, at least flip the script on everybody. And if you got to go somewhere, then, enjoy the social aspect of it, talk by the water cooler, whatever, that little break for lunch or snack or whatever. It's like, so good, right? And so back in the day, I worked for Fortune 500 companies and Fortune 100 companies. And believe me, a lot of that was brutal. But, you found those nice little moments wherever you could, right? And so that's what you want to be about. And so just know that you have somewhat of a sense of dread about it too, of working at all. So I'm going to release all that too, regardless of where you are. And you don't test that strong for service as much as products. So anybody that's selling products, that sounds more like something that they're just showing me like a warehouse. And let's say, I've had clients that actually were at Coca-Cola. And kind of my joke always for everybody is even the guy that might put the little cap on the Coca-Cola bottle, that's a job, man. That's awesome. So everybody's got to contribute product or service, or we're like, go, go, go. Marla and I are fortunate enough to be able to do this. It's not our hobby, it's our full-timeness. So, and she wrote back, LOL, right on. I'm actually tired of working. Actually, you don't want to work at all. Now you at least are lined up to work at all. So that's helpful because, and okay, thank you. And they're reminding me too, we're going to make you the choice instead of the option. That's huge too, because we want them to forever come back to your resume. And if they're looking at 10 resumes, we want them to choose you and pick you. It doesn't matter if they don't know why. It'll be our little secret, but we're having you stand up. They're calling it head and shoulders above the rest right now, so that you're chosen as opposed to just being another option for management, that sort of thing. And I want to increase your appeal. It's so weird, but it's specific and it seems to work. And that is your appeal that HR picks up on the appeal of going with you. Right now that's weak, and we're shifting that to yes. And I just changed it. Unemployment may end, but I feel like you're going to get some sort of position just in the nick of time. And, it's kind of an old adage, but you want to make your job finding a job. So you better be on that computer, from the time you wake up till the time you go to sleep and, working on networking, making some calls. I don't care if it's your old college buddy, high school buddy, best friend next door knows somebody that knows somebody. And Marla will tell you too, we live it. I mean, things are so weird. They're like 5 jumps away, right? It's like kind of the old Hollywood joke is it all leads back to Kevin Bacon, right?
Right.
I crashed snow skiing and the orthopedic surgeon fixed it. And the guy that took me by air flight to the orthopedic surgeon was Kevin Bacon's roommate in college. So, so funny. And so that's how weird everything is, right? And so the same type of perhaps position or job you had before, it wasn't one job ago, it was 2 jobs ago. Whatever you had before that, I would want to find their competitor or something similar to whatever that was. Because I think that was better. The second one ago is better than your first one, most recent one. It was the second one. So keep that in mind too. And at least you have kind of some hints from spirit as to what will work best for you. And Joanne Psychic Leo was on earlier, and she always says good for me, not good for me. So you really need to do some soul searching on that too. I mean, we don't want you driving 80 miles each way every day, that kind of thing, but we want you to be more than gainfully employed, and also figure out what you're going to do at the end of the day as well, because exercise is important. Marla spoke of it earlier as far as bubble bath and whatever. Oh my gosh, self-care is so important. I all but scream at my sons, and they're grown. I said, don't wait till you're my age to do self-care. Y'all need to have date night every week with your wives. You need to be able to go get a massage once a month, go to the chiropractor. I don't care what it is. And like you mentioned, walking through and seeing the Hollywood sign, I love all that, right? I've been out there a million times, but just seeing those kinds of things will actually, folks are so right now, it isn't depressed, but a lot of folks have winter blues. So I'm releasing all that off everybody as well. And it just left. And if you go see that and you walk down Hollywood Boulevard, or you see the sign and you get out and about and walk around, it's as if we were all inside this giant refrigerator freezer box, right? That's kind of how you feel in this deep morass on the couch. It's horrible. But when you do that, all these little things just kind of fall down around you. And so it enlivens you again. You get a chance to even go into a mall and you smell Cinnabon and you see all the lights and the sounds. And, it doesn't matter if you don't have to buy a thing. Just go in and walk around, or whatever, park, whatever it is. Just for a little bit, everything collapses around you, and you really stop overthinking, because then you're in that place where you're concentrating on what's before you. So very important. This is a lot of reasons why folks play video games, because they're so caught up into that. You can't think about anything else. And to them, it's weirdly relaxing, right? And they don't know why, but that's okay. So you get the idea.
Jimmy, I went to the park the other day here in Lake Balboa. I'm in Los Angeles, you guys, and it's this big park, this big lake. You walk around it, it's a mile, and there's ducks and geese and everything. And there, it was windy. We had the Santa Anas, and there were these tumbleweeds, like I'm in the Wild West.
Yeah, I saw your pictures of it.
Sorry, that came through. Blowing and rolling, and I'm like, there's tumbleweeds, and I'm like videoing them, and people were running after them, and it was just like a little thing, like some tumbleweeds. And then I got some nuts and fed the squirrels. They came up and ate right out of my hand, and so finding the joy in the everyday.
Yeah, thing. I mean, you can't be angry, depressed, or sad, or want to jump in the lake if you're feeding the squirrels and looking at tumbleweeds rolling through town, right? What is it, the Wild West? How weird is that? Santa Ana winds. I always remember Steely Dan and their song talking about the Santa Ana winds blowing. And so,
yeah, we've had quite a bit of that the last week.
How are the fires? All that's calmed down at least somewhat?
Luckily, they have not been near us where I live in the valley here. I know Orange County had some, and every year we've got horrible fires all in California. But thank goodness where we're located hasn't touched us, our neighborhood.
Okay, good to know. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, Marla, what fun we have.
Yes, don't we?
Yeah, I'm feeling good about us. It's all good. Anything else you want to add?
I'm gonna pull you an animal spirit card, Jimmy.
Oh, please do. Oh, I'll take all the cards, please. That's awesome.
Right. What does Jimmy need to know right now?
I'll hold my question in my head. We'll see what comes up.
Okay. I always pick three. So first of all, we've got the tortoise, slow it, turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race.
Mm-hmm.
And look at those beautiful colors on the shell.
I love that.
It actually matches. It matches what you're wearing underneath.
Well, you know what I wore yesterday? I had a Hawaiian shirt, had turtles all on it.
Yeah, the turtle spirit's with you, and you've got the green in the back. You're actually mirroring this exactly. And that's what you do, slow and steady. You're constantly learning new things, adding new things, just at this rate where you're helping people and everything's going like that. Mm-hmm. And so at the same time, though, life is speeding up. Look at the antelope. So we've got as life is.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that might be a kudu. I think that's a kudu from Africa. That's really cool. And then the wombat.
That's an antelope. The antelope spirit.
Okay, looks like a kudu. That's funny.
And then the
they're calling it an antelope. I promise you, that's a kudu from Africa. That's funny.
It could be, yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up a wombat. Be at home. Oh my God, that's so funny.
And he's got his little crown. It's like you're working in, and all these green. It's just matching what you're wearing.
Yeah, so be of home. I love that. Of good cheer. Isn't that fabulous? That is so me. We're always at home. We laugh.
Exactly.
We laugh so hard. It's so funny. And, we'll have these, my mother used to call it terribly famous and terribly wealthy clients. And my little girlfriend and I sat around on a Saturday night one time, and she was building an old gingerbread house. And I was watching reruns of Jerry Springer. It was Saturday night. She looked up and she said, if they only knew. Like, we're not out raising hell all the time. It's kind of slow and steady wins the race, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I love it. All right. Samir has a question. We'll see what Samir asks about here. What is my animal spirit? Well, let's see what card she pulls. Any messages for me at this time? Thank you, Marla and Jimmy. All right, Samir, we'll see what pops out of the deck for you, and then we'll call it a day.
All right. Oh, Samir. The Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Look at that.
Love that.
What? I have to say, I've been using these cards for the whole year. I've never got this card for anybody, Samir. You're the first one. So reclaim your power. Look at those green eyes. Whenever you're there's somewhere where you're giving your power away, whether it's you feel it could be with work or something where you're like, reclaim it, bring it back in, bring in your power. And the rhino comes in to tell you to overcome any obstacle. I don't get that card much either. And the hawk spirit, let the spirit be your guide. So the cards that you've got are very, like I said,
powerful.
They don't come up. They're very powerful. So this is a very powerful season for you. I see you ending this 2020 very powerfully with even something like with a bang, some good news coming in that you've been working on, maybe a project that you're trying to get done. And I see it closing up, and then maybe the first 2 weeks in January coming in. So I think you've got this powerful spirit. You've got a powerful spirit guides, definitely. And I also see crows around you. So look up raven and crows.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. And birds are definitely messengers from spirit. So that's really, really good. Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right. Hey, always a pleasure, Marla. Thanks for being on the show. We love you. We appreciate you. And gosh, slow and steady wins the race. That's for sure. Folks, you're going to want to go deeper. Definitely get to a private reading with Marla. You're going to discover a lot more. So definitely look her up as well. You as well. Thanks, everybody. Want to wish everybody the rest of your life will be the best of your life. And remember to make progress every day. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Now we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.